Hello Zelda fans, and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. In this episode I'm going to be going in there, in that temple. Woodfall Temple. The first temple of the game. Before I do though, please leave a like on this video. It definitely helps me out and encourages me to keep making them as high quality as possible, and as quickly as possible as well. You guys are in for a treat this time around because this temple looks incredible with the graphical remake. It straight up looks like a swamp temple. I've personally never been in a swamp temple, but I imagine it looks exactly like this. So there's some fairies here. There's a stray fairy up ahead. There's a fairy in a jar. Some black bows down there. Look at those. Look at those creepy little fellas down there. So you could use the Great Fairy Mask so this fairy comes to you, but you could also just fly through it. I think it's better this way, just so you're not taking the mask on and off the whole time. See, I can just fly right through it. It's the first of 15, and right here in this chest is already the second one. 2 quick fairies, over 10% done. I mean, doesn't this place look incredible? It's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, what is this thing? What is this thing on my right? What is that? That's some straight up temple stuff right there. Look at that thing. It's awesome. I'm loving it. Gonna be very careful not to get destroyed by these Skulltulas here. They're just waiting to chop my face off as I fly, but I'm too smart for that. Ugh, that stench! This place stinks, just like that poison swamp. And that is because we have found the source of the stench. And no, it's not that greasy guy that you work with. This is the main area of Woodfall Temple, and the source of all the poison in the swamp. This Deku Baba actually contains the third stray fairy, so be sure you kill it if you're following this along as a walkthrough. Look at these lily pads. Look at these eyeballs just peering into your soul as you step on them. It's insane. Before I head through the store, I'm going to go over to this corner. Can restock on some of my goods here. There's some rupees, there's some bombs. What else is there here? Some magic, and the fourth stray fairy. Look at that, we already have 4. How many minutes are we into this? Like 2 minutes? Alright, so in this room right here, which looks amazing by the way, you guys are going to hear me brag so much about this temple and how it looks. I'm going to grab this key over here first. Look at that Deku guy on the left. Look at him. Look at the Deku King. Oh my god. Got the small key, first one of the game. Look at the Deku guy. So cool. So cool. Let me head back to that flower. And the painting on the walls. Everything just looks amazing. We fly on over to this room. This is actually where I'm going to be collecting the map. It is guarded by 3 snappers. There's a couple different ways to defeat them. If you can remember, they're in the Woods of Mystery. One way to do it is to dive into this flower, wait for them to roll over it, and then whack. Just destroy them that way. One hit does it. Another way to do it is to put on the blast mask. So let me do that. And then you blow it up. Hold up, hold up. Boom. And it flips them over, and then you can take the blast mask off and just smack the crap out of this turtle. Make some turtle soup. Let me blow this guy up. Shouldn't be making turtle soup references. I actually have a pet turtle. His name's Darwin. He's pretty cool. I don't think he'd appreciate me talking about turtle soup. So I'm done with that one. Let me go ahead and grab the first map of the game. Come on. Oh my god, why can't I open this? What am I doing? Sweet. Nice little map. So yeah, the map is very helpful, especially if you're new at the game. Let me pull it up here. There you go. You can see all the rooms, the dark ones, obviously you haven't visited yet. And once I get the compass, I'll actually be able to see chests that have yet to be opened in each room. So let me head back to the central room of the game. Back where the poison water is coming from. There was a locked door there that I could not access previously, but now that I have this small key, I can go back and continue along. I would say so far in this remake, my favorite thing has definitely been the graphics. I think most things look incredible. I don't know, at the same time, I really enjoy the graphics to the N64 version. I feel like they're a little bit blurrier, a little bit gloomier, and it just fits the theme of the game very well. So this little beehive right here contains another stray fairy. The beehive on the right contains an angry bee, so I'm gonna let it be alone. This looks pretty light. Well, don't just stand there. Press and hold A to grab it, and use the control stick to move it. Alright. Let me do that. Then, I guess let me put on my fairy mask. Oh, never mind. He ran into me. Yeah, the graphics for Majora's Mask in the Nintendo 64 version actually worked very well because they were so gloomy and just blurry. But in this version, it just looks incredible. I think both of them work in their own ways, and they're both very good for what they accomplish. So these little butterflies right here on the fire, you can actually destroy them. Let me show you. You put on the blast mask, and then you just blow it up. Boom, all the little butterflies die. And a lot of people don't know that. I actually read several walkthroughs for this game prior to recording it, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I wanted to have multiple sources just to get all the Easter eggs, all the secrets. And a lot of the big name strategy guides say that you cannot kill those butterflies whatsoever. So it shows you what plebs they are and how much better I am at everything than those guys. So I'm going to whip out my Deku stick. Look at that flower on the wall, by the way. That's pretty cool. And I'm going to go all the way across and light the torch. If you didn't kill those butterflies like I did, they'd actually follow this fire and just eat your face. You don't want that. Cool, so let me head through this door. And here is another fight with two dragonflies. Best way to defeat them is as the Deku Scrub. So let me shoot them up. What? I thought it was further... Oh my god. I thought this thing was further away than it actually is. You actually have to charge up the bubble all the way to get him. And kill his little friend over here. Nice. So right here I'm actually going to get the compass. And now, like I mentioned earlier, on the mini-map you will be able to see chests in each room that you have not yet collected. It definitely helps out, especially in some of the later dungeons once you get the respective compasses for them, because a lot of stray fairies are hidden in chests, and sometimes the chests are hidden as well, so your only clue is the compass. That you know that you have to do something in that room to get the chest. So I'm gonna run up the stairs. If you don't have Deku sticks, you can kill that Deku Baba over there. He just respawns with sticks. And oh my god, there's little butterflies following me. I forgot to respawn. Let me blow them up before I continue. Then let me get my Deku stick out. Alright, and then let me jump on these platforms. Those two pots right there, they only have 1 rupee each, so totally not worth it to go over there. And kill this guy. Look at this crazy Aztec Mayan thing of doom, man. I'm telling you, this is what a swamp temple looks like. Be careful. I sense a lot of evil here. How else would a swamp temple looks like? Bunch of black bows here. Wanted to blow that guy up just because I felt like it. Just felt like blowing him up. But actually the best way to defeat these guys is just to spin around as a Deku Scrub. There's not much they can do against that. There's a ton of them in here. A ton of them. And by a ton, I mean a ton. Every time I come in this room when I play this game, I try to count. Every time. And I can never count. I always lose count. What is that, like 5? I don't know. I don't even know. I already lost count. 6. You know, instead of a specific number, I just go with the ton. It's a ton of them. And you have to kill them all to make a chest appear. So that's what I'm doing. And here in the 3DS version, this Deku Baba just respawns constantly. So even if you killed it and you killed the black bows, chances are the Deku Baba respawn, and that's why the chest is not popping up. That's just one of the things that can happen. And it contains yet another stray fairy. Bam. That is number 7. So let me light the 3 torches that are around here. And this room looks absolutely amazing once you get it lit up. It's got like butterflies on the wall. Look at those butterflies on the wall. How sweet is that, man? I don't even like butterflies, but look at those. Look at that thing. You guys are probably getting so sick of me bragging on this graphical update here. But I just can't help it. It's so awesome. So, another change to the 3DS version is if you remember the room with the block where I pushed the block around and I had some torches in there. There's actually a stray fairy in the water in the Nintendo 64 version of the game. But they moved that over here in this corner for this version for some reason. I think it makes the temple flow a little better because in order to get that other one under the water in the previous version, you actually had to... Hold on. Let me interrupt that thought. Did you guys see that double kill? You got a double kill on those dragonflies. But anyways, you had to backtrack to get that one stray fairy. So I think they changed the location just to make the temple flow a little bit better. I'm okay with that. I don't mind it too much. It's a welcome change. You definitely want to kill those dragonflies like I did, or else they are going to swat you out of the skies into those holes below. If you fall down that hole, you'll actually fall into the central room of the temple. You don't want to do that. That's just a giant hassle to make your way back around. So definitely kill those dragonflies before continuing. Alright, so over here is another stray fairy in a bubble. If you want to play it safe, you can use the Great Fairy Mask, but I'm going to edge here to the little edge and not fall off. You do not want to fall off, at least until you come over here and hit the switch. Poor little baby Link. He can't press down the switch because he's so little. So, turn back to your human form. And you make a couple of stairs appear, each on either side. And now you can fall down all you want because you have a shortcut back up here. Let me head into this room. And right here is another beehive. Let me put on my Deku mask and shoot it down. Get another stray fairy. This is number 10. Only 5 more to go. Look at the Deku again. Man, moment of silence. Moment of silence over. Let's go in this room. Usually when you have a room with a bunch of jars outside, that's your cue that a mini-boss is coming up. And that's exactly what I got here. This is a Dinofos. Kind of like the Lizalfos from Ocarina of Time. So I like to bomb him. And then, usually, if you're quick enough, you can finish him off with a jump attack. You dodge that one. What a beast. Alright, let me... Nope. Okay. Let me go in for the stat. Okay. I rushed, guys. I was trying to make it look cool. But then I rushed, and now I got burned for it. Literally. That's alright. He's dead, and that's what matters. Yes, guys, this is the dungeon item, the best Zelda item, and the reason why it's in pretty much every Zelda game. This is the bow, and it's so much fun to use the bow. It's my favorite Zelda item. I know it's like a basic one, but it's just so awesome. I love the bow. And now that I have it, I can do multiple things in previous rooms that I could not before. Let me go ahead and equip it to my Y button. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. And look at that golden eye switch just begging to be shot at. I don't know what it is about Zelda games, but every time I see an eye now, I just want to get an eye, bow and arrow and shoot it. So with this platform going up and down, I can make my way across all the way to the other side of the room and continue along this crazy, crazy temple. I'm trying to find the princess for the monkey so he doesn't boil alive. And really, I should be feeling the time pressure here because, you know, the longer I take, the more boiling that monkey has to endure. This is yet another mini-boss. Crazy little frog. Let me go ahead and just smack the crap out of him with my sword. And he calls for backup. Calls for a snapper. And just like the 3 other ones I killed before for the map, I can use the same strategies. I like to do the bomb mask here, just to knock the frog off, and then I can shoot him with my bow and arrow. And then just rinse and repeat. And like I showed earlier, you can also do the Deku Flower strategy. Wait for the snapper to pass over, and then smack that frog to another planet. Then you can shoot him. You want to wait for him to stop moving before shooting, or else he's going to dodge that thing. He's going to dodge that arrow. You don't want that. Personally, I like the Blast Mask strategy better. It's just faster, so you're not switching between Deku Scrub and regular Link. It's a more convenient strategy. So the big mean frogs turn into a little baby frog. Little baby frog. Tuck him away in the back of your mind. He's going to be important later on. We're actually going to be coming back to visit him at a later video. And this is already the boss key. And now with the compass, the map, the bow, and the boss key, there's only one thing left, guys. And it's the boss. But of course, I still need to collect some stray fairies along the way. There's 20 rupees in these pots here, so pretty nice. Ton of money. Look at my wallet, 175. Love some fat stacks of cash. Gonna head on over back to the central hub room. Back where all that poison was coming from. Now that I have the bow, I can do some other things in here. What do you think that is? The ashes in the center of it still look fresh. Alright, so I am going to shoot a fire arrow. And then this platform is going to pop out, start spinning, and look how beautiful the water looks. It's like a tropical vacation in here now. Look how beautiful that blue water looks. We have cleaned the water. We have cleaned the swamp. It is no longer poisonous. And that is good. Gonna make my way around. There's a switch I can hit over here in the corner. If you look at the mini-map, you will see that there's a chest in this room, but you don't actually see any physical evidence of the chest. So it's your hint to look around. When I step on the switch, the chest appears. There's a stray fairy in there, so I'm gonna go grab it. So my only way out of here is by taking a nosedive, so let me do that. Sweet. Stupid Deku Baba keeps respawning. Alright, Mr. Stray Fairy. I am busting you out of that chest. Lucky number 11. Alright, and then go to the middle. Oh my god. I just did that. I'm an idiot. But that's alright. That's why I pressed that switch earlier, is so I can climb up these stairs back to where I was. It's really not that hard to make that jump. I was just trying to rush. And that's what I get. That's what I get. Slow and steady wins the race most of the time in Zelda games. So just line it up. You probably want to jump in a gap right there. So when the gap goes, that's when you jump. And then if you remember, there was that torch right next to that switch that I pressed. Where is it? There it is. And then I can fire arrow that bad boy. There we go. That's gonna unlock this door to the last room of this temple before the boss. I am not gonna rush again like I did last time. I'm gonna be nice and patient and wait for this thing to go back around. There we go. Let's do this. So before I do anything in here, I'm gonna shoot down my enemies. Maybe shoot down that stray fairy as well. There we go. And now I am free to do whatever I need to do right here. There's a ton of rupees in the middle platform. Me get my great fairy master. I can grab that stray fairy in the middle. Where is it? There we go. It's Mr. 12. Stray fairy number 12. Gonna begin over here on this side and just work my way up these platforms. I love this room. It's kind of, I don't want to say tedious. There's a lot of things to do here, Takes a while to go through it, but it's a ton of fun. It's a big room. It's well designed. I like this room. It's a good before the boss type of room. It has everything I would expect from a room before the boss. I'm gonna make my way through this side. Mr. 14. Only one left, guys. Only one left. It is right up here on this last platform. There he is. Got all of them. Yes, found all the stray fairies. Quick, take them to their fellow fairies. So now I am going to shoot the switch right here. It's going to make that fire go away. Let me jump on over to that pillar. I love the tall ceiling in this room as well. So much space. And those 2 red rupees on either side, completely not worth it. Because you have to jump on the pillar, and then you have to jump back down, and then go over to the other side, and fly up the platforms again. So not worth it. And if you look at my wallet, it's basically almost full anyways. Here we go. Are you guys ready for the first boss of the game? Yes, you are. Let's go in. Look at that. Look at the redesign on this boss room. Look at that butterfly. So awesome. There he is, guys. This is the masked jungle warrior, Adola. And let me just say, the boss music for Majora's Mask, so epic. Listen to this. Listen to this music. And I absolutely love this boss. I love how he does some tribal chants. He's straight up the masked jungle tribal warrior. And look at this strategy. You fly over him like a B-29 bomber, hold R, drop your bomb, take the mask off, and go nuts on his eyeball. Sweet. He's a pretty easy boss to fight. You could go mano a mano on him and just do like a sword fight. When he does that thing where he takes a step, you can hit him with your sword. And obviously, you can see just by my struggles here that it's a much more difficult strategy. Plus, the Deku Scrub strategy is just so much more fun. Playing a bomber plane? I mean, are you kidding me? Yeah, so a lot of people don't know. You hold R, you get the bomber view, and then you can drop your Deku Nut on him. And then just rinse and repeat. Go nuts with the sword. And Jump Slash does a ton more damage, so that's what I like to use. Once you do enough damage, he starts dancing, does a ritual dance, and summons all these little cockroach-looking guys. Gotta hate roaches. And a good way to defeat these guys is just dive down and wait for them to be like all up in your business, and then shoot out. There you go. We bomb him. And then, oh my god, cockroach, get out of here. I'm gonna ignore the boss and just, hate cockroaches. There we go. See, I probably could have killed the boss if I wasn't distracted, but that bug needed to die. I think this last bomb ought to do it. Enola Gay! That was a shout out to all the history buffs. Anyways, that is it. That is the first boss of the game. Very cool boss, very cool room, but pretty easy. That should be expected for the first boss in the game. Did you guys see that Majora's Mask smoke come out of him? Pretty cool. Rewind if you didn't see it. It's worth it. This is a heart container. Unlike a heart piece, it just straight up gives you everything. And moment of silence to appreciate the mural. Moment of silence. Look at those things on either side. What are those? I don't know, but it's pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and grab this mask. You seized Adola's remains. In doing so, you freed the innocent spirit that was imprisoned within this dark mask. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode and had as much fun in Woodfall Temple as I did. Be sure to take the vow of non-stop gaming and join the monastery by hitting that subscribe button. Enjoy the cutscene, and I will catch you next time for video number 5. What's that? Wait, listen. It seems to be saying something. Could that crying be its way of teaching us some sort of melody? Well, don't just stand there. Get your instrument. Call us. That's what it's saying.